Midlife crisis in the Fortean slip. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. That is what it's all about.
I mean,
life. Life is happening, guys. Get out of your houses, switch your computers off, go fishing or something. Enjoy yourselves. Fishing? It's later than you think.
Fishing is not at all enjoyable.
Oh, whoa.
Slimy little creatures. Ugh.
Steve.
What?
Fishing's a relaxing hobby or activity. It's soothing.
Maybe for those of you who are good at it, but for people like me who,
Steve, you don't even have to be really all that good at it.
You don't.
You ever see
it's relaxing enough just to throw the line in.
Oh yeah, but when the line comes back and there's a frickin' boot attached to the end, like the cartoons, because that's all. I mean, I never caught anything when I went fishing, and then I'd reel it in, and then my line would get all tangled up inside the reel. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm not a very good fisherman, so it's not relaxing at all. And I don't even like fish
at all.
No,
not even a little bit.
No, like those microwavable, fish sticks or something maybe, but that's about it. Not a big fan of fish.
I'm not a big fan of fish either, but I enjoy fishing.
No.
Yeah, I enjoy the activity. I like
very relaxing.
Yeah. I don't like the water. I don't like fishing. I don't want to be near there. I don't want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why don't you like water?
Oh, I've almost drowned a couple times. It's just not my thing.
Are you one of those people that doesn't really swim
at all? I can swim, but I don't. Because I almost drowned a couple of times.
Right. I mean, I get that. I mean, I had a cousin that almost drowned. He still swims.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, I'll swim, but not. Yeah, no. No.
Just
no.
No.
Okay. So when you went fishing, what were you fishing for?
I don't know. It was pond fishing.
Pond fishing.
What if by chance I could get us to Loch Ness?
Well, I mean, it's Loch Ness. Of course, I'm going to do something there.
Yeah.
Could you make that happen, Chris?
No.
No.
I can go to Loch Ness.
Well, then go.
Loch Ness a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
a 3-hour drive away from me?
What do you think?
It's a big lake.
Wow.
Yeah, with a monster in it.
Allegedly.
Have you seen it?
I've seen seals.
In Loch Ness.
In the loch?
In Loch Ness, yeah.
Seals.
Seals.
So maybe Jay was right.
It's just seals?
It's just seals.
Huh. I didn't even know there were seals in Loch Ness. Are they
it connects to the sea.
Yeah. That's why there's that that assumption. Was it Jake? Is it Jake Cooney?
Yeah, Jay. Mm-hmm.
That he proposed that theory a long time ago. That it was seals. That people were misidentifying the seals. So
I don't know.
No, it sounds legitimate to me. I mean, probably happening, sure.
But no,
Richard has seen these seals, so
I can't do that at all, Steve.
Okay.
Not even close.
Well, then screw it.
Yeah.
I was planning on going if you could make it happen, but
maybe like Lake Champlain. That's a possibility.
Yeah, we could go see Champ.
Yeah. Are there seals in Lake Champlain?
I don't know.
It connects to the sea because they found a beluga whale nearby, didn't they? It washed up on the beach.
That I have no idea.
Is that Lake Champlain? I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't know.
I'm going to Google it. Do the Google.
Ogo Pogo.
I love me some Ogo Pogo.
Of course you do. Steve, you're upset at the topic choice for tonight?
No, it just we've done it before. And
Steve, do you realize how much of all this we've done before?
all of it.
5 years.
Ugh. I mean, yeah.
Unless something drops out of the sky tomorrow. I mean, there's stuff we haven't done.
Yeah,
There's stuff we haven't looked at all.
A
I
couple
mean,
things,
but
sure.
but then you start like nitpicking and you got to put stuff together. So it's kind of like an ensemble show.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. Yeah.
You know, putting together all the monsters or
Yeah.
events or whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
A montage show. We could do that. That'd be fun.
A fucking montage. Can we have
Would it
like
be?
cheesy 80s movie music playing while this goes on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survivor
motherfucker.
Eye of the Tiger. We could Rocky this shit.
Fucking right. That's what I'm about. You gotta go
I'm mad
Rocky
at myself.
Ford though. You gotta go Rocky Ford. No easy way out.
I'm mad at
I
myself.
saw
Also,
the car.
there.
And he's looking up and he's seeing fucking Drago and Apollo Creed and he's fucking looking all different directions while he's driving the fucking car.
Which one had Mr. T?
That would be Rocky 3.
Okay, that's the one I like.
I saw a hilarious
Hey, woman.
fake documentary about Rocky 4, about how it brought down the Berlin Wall. It's like the funniest thing I ever saw.
Wait, what? Rocky 4 brought down the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, it ended the Cold War. It was all
Oh.
parody.
I could see that happening, sure.
And now they're bringing it all around. You know, now it's fucking Drago's son fights Apollo Creed's son
Ooh.
in the new Creed movie.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You haven't seen the new Creed?
I don't watch movies.
Yeah, I know. You suck. I know.
How is your life, Steve? How are you feeling?
My life?
Yeah.
I'm all right compared to you two.
Yeah,
We're amazing. Chris is like living life to the max,
Yeah.
and I'm
I'm
living
on.
it to slightly less than max.
And I'm above both of you. So
Just looking down on us.
that's right. I mean, you got to remember the little people.
The people
you
you've stomped all over to get where you are.
All the shit pots he's stirred.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But hey, I do what I do, man.
You've been doing it for a long time, so.
Reached out to Fasano again this week. Hasn't
Oh, yeah?
responded.
Bastard.
I'll try again at some point. He didn't even look at my message of me asking him about retiring.
So is he retired again, or unretired, or re-retired, or?
We don't know.
We don't know.
The world may never know, Steve.
The world just can't know some things.
Didn't he take
Some
down
questions.
wait a minute, didn't he take down the retirement video though?
From what I understand, according to Bob.
Yeah, I mean I haven't looked, but you know, I would assume that's the case. Generally I believe what Bob says. So
Good old Bob.
yeah,
Yeah, Bob.
he's fun. That Bob.
Sometimes.
Oh, come on now, Steve. Yeah, he does.
He
No,
ain't no
I will agree with you. He does have his moments.
Yes. Yes, he does.
The wonderful Bob, if you will. So are we ready to start this shit this week?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I know you're upset with the.
No, I've gotten over it.
No, okay. All right, Steve. I tried to, take care of you.
Mhm.
Okay. This is the Fortean Slip, episode 51, The Beast of Bray Road.
Oh,
Come on, Steve. It's the fucking Beast of Bray Road.
Get excited.
Wait a minute, Steve. Isn't there a picture for this?
there is a photo for that one. Yes.
Now, I know this is going to cut into your research, spilling the whole story, Richard. But I want to discuss something with Steve, if I may.
Oh,
Now, where was the photo? The photo was taken from the back of the car, correct?
you're asking me.
Yes.
I don't recall.
You don't remember? Because I thought that they were trying to get away in the car. Somebody snapped the photo, and that's what it is.
Well, let
I
me
don't.
just check in on that one.
But I don't know, and I'm sure that's why I said I hate to do this because Richard's probably already got it all laid out for us, Steve.
All right.
I thought you knew
Why would I know?
because
I don't know
you
shit.
fucking used to be a damn fine investigator.
I used to be.
Used to, long time ago. I don't believe
Right.
in it anymore.
No.
I don't buy it at all, actually.
Well, because I'm not anymore.
Yeah. Well, you investigate things, just not of a
Oh yeah, no, I do more important shit
Fortean
now.
nature.
Yes, more important stuff. Stuff
Right.
that's real.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Richard, you did your due diligence, I'm assuming.
Of course I did. Who do you think you're talking to?
And I didn't give you much time. I apologize for that. That was on me.
All right, my friend. You got the best producer in the game. And he made it happen.
Okay, let's not go too far.
Right.
Let's go further than that.
Oh. Beast of Bray Road?
The
Dogman?
beat of Bray Road. Ever since the mid-1930s, a strange beast has been reported around Wisconsin. Named for the locations where it was most sighted, the beast of Bray Road has sparked fear in those who live in the area. While some remain skeptical, those who have seen it have no doubt what it is. The creature is often described as a hulking beast, possibly a werewolf. Its name has been applied to other beasts reported in Wisconsin with matching characteristics.
Wait a minute, is this an American werewolf in America?
In America, yeah.
All right.
Yarr.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, well, the story of the Beast of Bray Road comes with some controversy. There
Really?
are times when, yes, really, when people try to tap into the frame
Yes,
and
Steve, believe it or not, these stories come with controversy. Every
I would have
time.
never imagined.
Go, Richard.
a legend. It's people try to tape into the fame and mystique of a legend by falsifying evidence. When the truth is revealed, it tends to take something away from the original reports. This was the case involving a film presented by Steve Cook in 2002. We all remember the Gable footage.
The Gable footage, yes.
Oh, that fake piece of shit?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't it was actually pretty good footage, but
it was really
fake.
good. If he hadn't released that second part or admitted,
Shot himself in the foot when he admitted to being, fake.
admitting.
Oh, he could have ridden that one to the end of his days.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh God, that would have been like the fucking Patterson Gimlin film if that second part hadn't been put out.
Didn't he learn anything from Gimlin? Come on now.
Exactly.
Keep the story going, man.
Just fucking ride it.
Not saying Gimlin's a liar. I'm just saying, ride that story to the fucking end.
Ride that wave, motherfucker.
Ride it until some bastard kidnaps you and makes you his bitch.
Wow.
What's that called? Stockholm syndrome? I think there's some
yeah,
going
Stockholm
on right
syndrome
now.
where you start emphasizing with the kidnapper.
Yeah, he can leave anytime he wants, but now he's got Stockholm syndrome. So let's see.
Yeah, Steve.
I found that funny.
All right, so back to the Beast of Bray Road, whatever the fuck. I don't know where you're at in it.
He's forgotten himself. So
I think he has. Did we lose him?
yeah, probably.
Oh, no, I'm here.
No, see, he just doesn't want to cooperate.
Oh, we seem to be having technical issues.
Oh,
We don't. I'm fine. Chris is fine. It's all on your end, man.
No, I'm getting some messages.
Oh, fuck them.
yeah, you getting some messages?
500 internal server error. I think the chat's down.
Oh, fuck the chat. Whatever.
I think the rest of it's still working.
Okay.
Yeah, chat isn't that important anyway.
I'm still in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You
stupid
tried
UK internet.
posting anything.
Let me try. Test.
No, I've got another one.
No, error. I got an error too.
Fuck the chat. We don't
So,
need
yeah.
No,
any,
I've
huh?
got four of our listeners telling me they can't hear anything. YouTube's tanked.
YouTube tanked. Great. It's a beautiful thing. Da 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 da.
This has been a thing with YouTube lately.
Yeah, it went down. God, I can't remember when the other time was, but everything was down. It's crazy.
So this has been the.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, no, I just tried going to YouTube without a. Oh, I think it's back up.
Oh. Is it now?
Fuck YouTube.
No, internal server error.
Let me go. Let me go on my end. See, I can pull YouTube up here, and I get a blank page.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, it's funny because our viewer count is increasing in the in the show box, but you know, I don't know.
If you're here, oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, we can't converse with any of them.
Send Richard a message on Facebook. Let us know. You notice how I pushed it. It's the producer's job to field those kind of questions and messages.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it's not ours.
That's right.
Richard's
Not
Facebook
yours.
is going to blow up.
He took this.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I managed to get to the podcast,
Okay.
but we're still getting internal server problems. Oh, fans say they can hear it, but they can't comment.
Well, we don't need your comments anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway.
Now that we've been derailed by that.
Fucking
Okay.
No.
So the Gable film was claimed to have been made in the 1970s. A 3-minute long video depicts a few mundane home movie clips, finishing with the cameraman riding down a rural dirt road. The film shows a huge 4-legged beast on the road. The creature assaults the cameraman, and the last moments of the film show teeth and fangs before the camera tumbles to the ground. For nearly. Dun. So this went on for about 10 years. Cook claimed that the film was real and it wasn't altered at all. And a debate began, with one half attesting to the validity of the film and the other half insisting it was a fake. I thought it was real. I don't know about you two.
No, I knew it was fake.
No, you knew it was fake the whole time.
You know how I knew it was fake?
How?
It was Dogman. Duh.
Not a fan of the Dogman.
What? No.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, you're just going to leave it at that, or?
Well, yeah, because there is no such thing
As a Dogman.
You're happy to accept Bigfoot might exist, but you draw the line at.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I draw the
Okay.
line at Dogman.
Dogman's just ludicrous to you.
It is. I mean, a dog, man. Come on.
What about a werewolf? It could be a werewolf.
No, there's no such thing as a werewolf.
What?
Oh, come on, Richard. You can't say that you have issues with every other cryptid in the world except a werewolf.
I vehemently believe werewolves exist.
Ugh.
Wow.
Ugh.
Wow.
Steve, there's just too much evidence for
Okay.
werewolves
Oh,
existing.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a
Here
little
we
bit of
go.
evidence, Richard.
Here we go.
I want to hear this evidence.
Well, you go out for a walk in a full moon and you can hear howling.
Oh, well, there you go. Must be werewolves then.
Obviously. I mean, we don't have any animals in England that can howl apart from werewolves.
And dogs. But whatever.
Dogs. Oh, you're just going for the easy explanation.
Yeah, of course. Because
maybe that it's not werewolves, it's dogs.
Yeah, what does Occam's razor tell us, Richard?
That it's werewolves.
Okay.
The simplest explanation is the best, and the simplest explanation is it's werewolves.
No.
Oh, come on, Steve.
All right, where were we? Gable film.
All right, fair enough.
Werewolves suck.
So yeah, that debate raged on for about 10 years before he released the second part. And when the second part was released, everyone went, "Now come on." That was it. And then he went on a radio show and admitted that he made the whole thing up.
It was impressive footage. I have to admit that. It was impressive.
And it was just a guy in a ghillie suit, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Just him on all fours.
But I mean, he took the time to set up the scene to look like from the 1970s, and everything in this, in it was definitely 70s stuff, cars and snowmobiles or whatever he was using. And so, I mean, the backstory was good, and the footage was he used a regular, camera that was available at that time. So, I mean, yeah, he did a good job at hoaxing that. It probably ranks up there with the top 10 hoaxes, I'm guessing, or at least in my opinion, for sure.
I mean, without the reveal, if you just look at the base video, without the reveal, I think it pretty much probably makes the hair rise up on anybody when they see it.
It was the attention to detail.
Yeah,
that was so good about
detail. Sure.
Yeah, and especially if you understand that it was supposedly, found and it's from the 70s, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. And he even, if I remember correctly, even used old film. So the dates on the film would look old, because all film is dated right on the reel. I mean, it was genius.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
Should have stopped while he was ahead.
That's right.
Yeah. He flew too close to the sun, much like Icarus.
Mm. Okay, Beast of Bray Road, Dogman.
But this whole thing goes back to the 1930s. In 1936, Mark Shackleman claimed he saw a talking half-wolf, half-man creature, werewolf, east of Jefferson, Wisconsin, along Highway 18. He was driving down the road when he saw the beast digging in an old Indian mound. He described it as covered in hair, over 6 feet tall while standing upright, with a muzzled face and features of a canine and ape. He said that the beast's hands were very strange, with twisted thumbs and only 3 fingers. Shackleman also described a stench that emanated from the beast, similar to decaying meat. He returned the following day to see if the creature was still there. It was, and this time it spoke a 3-syllable word that sounded like Gadara. The second syllable emphasized.
So this doesn't sound made up at all.
Well, it sounds like Bigfoot, decaying smell.
They speak, yeah, and sometimes English words even, from what I understand.
Steve.
What?
Samurai chatter, Steve. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not the samurai chatter.
Well, why did it have... It had features of Bigfoot and ape, or dog and ape, right?
Don't look at me.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at Richard. Richard's the one who said it.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said it had features of ape and dog. How can you have both?
By being very, very unfortunate.
I guess, yeah. That would suck.
I've definitely seen some people that look like they were half person, half pig.
Yeah, I can't say that I haven't either. Not that I'm picking on their looks, because that's a horribly wrong thing to do. But
so you admit that I'm right about this, and therefore admit that I'm right about werewolves. Excellent.
Yep, you must be right, because some people are ugly. Werewolves must exist.
Wow.
That's it.
Steve's convinced.
That's a hell of a stretch.
Well, this is a stretch he's asking me to make.
I'm just saying that my logic has won him over in that argument, so it follows that my logic is not flawed and werewolves exist.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. So, continue, Richard. Please.
That's it. You want me to continue? Or you want to spar some more about the existence of werewolves?
No, I agree with you now.
Because I'll throw down.
You are completely right about werewolves' existence.
Thank you.
You win.
So, 30 years later, in 1964, a man named Dennis Fewless had an encounter with the beast described by Shackleman, only this time in Harvard, Illinois. Around midnight, while driving home from his job at Admiral Television Corporation,
Admiral,
ATC,
that's a good TV. Yeah. Very highly collectible nowadays.
Jesus.
Really?
Well, I'm not making that up. It's true. Unlike the facts that you make up.
Like the facts that I make up.
Yeah, people are ugly, so werewolves must exist. Yeah, okay.
Can you actually argue that point?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought. So let me carry this on. Fewless turned onto Highway 89 from Highway 14 when his headlights illuminated a strange creature running across the road. He described it as a dark brown in color and possibly weighing around 400 to 500 pounds with a height of 7 or 8 feet tall. During the incident, the beast ran across the road and jumped on a barbed wire fence before Fewless lost sight of it. That was a dumb thing to do. A return to the location during the day presented little evidence except for the area where the beast had pushed corner side as it ducked into a field.
Wait. It jumped over a barbed wire fence. Didn't leave any evidence there on the fence.
No. Well, if it was a werewolf, it would have turned back to normal human stuff during the day.
But there would have been skin follicles or hair or blood
but
or
it
something.
would have been human.
So there still would have been evidence.
Of humans, not of weird wolf things.
Did they find evidence on the barbed wire fence at all?
No.
Okay. That's my point.
Okay, well, that's a good point, Steve. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yes. Just saying. Maybe the story's made up if there were no evidence in the most obvious spot.
All right.
Cornfield.
Pushed aside. In an interview with author J. Rath, Fewless stated that I was awful scared that night. That was no man. It was all hairy from head to feet.
I was awful scared that night.
Wait, whoa. It was no man. Therefore, couldn't have been a werewolf.
But it would have looked like a wolf.
It was no man. I win.
No, you don't. Because werewolves look like wolf men when they're werewolves, and they look human when they're human.
He said it was no man.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
It wasn't a man.
Are you two fucking done yet?
No.
We're going to ride this one to the end of the show, Chris.
I guess so.
Werewolves are part man.
Yeah, they're half man, half wolf.
Yeah. And if it was no man, if there was no man in it, it couldn't have been a werewolf.
No, it just didn't look like a man. That's what he said.
Well, he didn't say it that way. It was no man, he said.
Okay.
I'm right.
But he said he didn't say there was no man in it.
Whatever.
Wow.
We're jumping ahead now to 1972. You know what? I'm going to do the pirate voice. Just to punish you for your disbelief in werewolves.
Oh, Jesus.
A woman called... Or I'll do the German voice again. You know you can't stand that one.
My belief in werewolf probably lines up with your belief in werewolves in reality. But I'm just guessing there.
Well, I believe in werewolves.
No, come on.
Come on, man. Have you not seen an American Werewolf in London?
No.
Well, I've been in those kind.
Great documentary.
Yeah.
I've been in those kind of pubs, all right, and it's very possible to believe in werewolves.
All right. Well, you got me there.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been in those pubs.
No.
So, all right. I'll quit with the werewolf thing for now.
All right, good. I'm glad you will. So we're in 1972 now.
Thank God.
Put on your flares and your afros. Start dancing to disco. Yeah.
Staying alive.
You're exactly the kind of person I imagine had a white suit.
Well, I was born in 1971, so
Well,
I'm more of the Miami Vice generation. And yes, I did have the jacket.
Did you know?
Yeah, there's photos.
Did you have a Hawaiian shirt as well?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's photos. I had a Hawaiian shirt with a cowboy, like a Richard Petty cowboy hat with the big feathers on it. I know it was horrible. But, it was a phase that I didn't quite get out of.
Yeah.
The loudest Hawaiian shirt.
You've been stuck in a phase for a long time now.
Oh, big just cowboy saying. Hat with giant feathers on it. I mean, it was horrible. Oh,
like a pimp hat.
No, not a pimp hat. It had the you know who Richard Petty is, right, Richard?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what his cowboy hat looked like with that big thing of feathers in the front of it?
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of hat. Not a
that
pimp
kind of hat.
The race car driver hat.
The race car driver hat. All right.
That's it.
I'm down.
And a Hawaiian shirt.
And a Hawaiian shirt. Ooh, and a Hawaiian shirt at the same time.
Yes, sir.
That's a risque outfit.
That was my look for the late 80s, early 90s.
Wow. Okay. On that note,
I was a little confused.
You think? I think that hasn't ended either.
Well, no, the confusion hasn't gone away.
No,
my sense of style is a little bit better nowadays, but
he admits it.
Yep. No, I heard him.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, I'm not going to lie about it.
No. We're glad you're finally coming out.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So in 1972, a woman called police to report an attempted break-in. When interviewed by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources during the investigation, the woman stated that the intruder was a large, unknown animal. It approached her home and tried to enter through a door. She also later reported the beast returned to her home.
Are you getting dog food?
Biscuits and dog food in the sack now. Damn.
Yeah. Are we still in 1972?
Yes.
She also later reported that the beast... I muted myself there. She also later reported that the beast returned to her home and injured a farm animal, inflicting a deep wound that extended from one shoulder to the other. Her
Bad dog. Sorry. That's how you get the werewolf to go away. Bad dog.
Just swat it with a rolled up newspaper. It'll have to leave.
Just push the button on the shock collar. Bad dog.
Yeah, that'll work too.
There's an ancient English saying that he who puts a shock collar on a werewolf better not be the person that takes it off again.
There's an ancient saying, huh?
Yeah, ancient. We've had werewolves a long time.
And shock collars.
Yeah, I was going to say, and shock collars, obviously. Continue, Richard.
I thought it was relatively new.
Tell us more.
The only evidence left behind from this encounter was a footprint which measured over 12 inches in length. There you are, Steve. There's some evidence for you.
Yeah, okay.
Schrodinger's werewolf.
What was this footprint like?
It was like a big foot print.
Did they cast the print?
No.
Oh,
this was in 72.
They had plaster in 72.
Yeah, but it wasn't as widely used.
It was sure it was. Patterson and Gimlin used it in the 60s.
Yeah, but they were looking for something specific.
Are there photos of this footprint?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So there goes your fucking evidence.
I don't need evidence. I've already proven werewolves exist with my amazing ugly people argument.
Yeah, that was the best argument ever. You're right.
It certainly disarmed your...
Some people look like pigs, so therefore werewolves are real.
You can use that argument for anything.
Yeah.
So 1989 to 1999, a number of stories made by those claiming to have seen the Beast of Bray Road dating as far back as 1989. These reports finally came to light after an incident involving Dorstine Gibson.
My grandma had a mustache. She was probably a fucking werewolf. I didn't even know it.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
No.
Around the time of Gibson's sighting, dairy farmer Scott Bray admitted to seeing a strange-looking dog in his pasture near Bray Road. In September of 1989, he described the creature as larger and taller than a German shepherd, with pointed ears, a hair-covered tail, and grey and black fur. The beast seemed to be bulkier in the front with a strong chest. He tried to follow the bizarre dog to a large pile of rocks. However, he lost sight of it. Proof of the occurrence remained in the form of huge footprints.
Did they cast these footprints?
Yeah. What about these?
No.
Did they photograph these footprints?
No, they didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Proof. Okay.
Russell Jest reported another sighting around the time of Scott Bray's reported sighting. He said he was about a block away from the overgrown area when he heard the brush being rustled, as if an animal was there. A beast appeared, standing on its hind legs. Jess stated that it took a couple of wobbly steps forward before he ran away. As he ran, Jess looked over his shoulder to see if he was being followed. He noted that the beast had gone down on all fours but was not chasing him. It eventually wandered towards Bray Road. Jess also described the beast as covered in black and grey fur, larger than a German shepherd, blah, blah, blah. And he believed it to be some kind of dog and wolf hybrid because its primary features were canine.
So it was a dog-wolf hybrid.
It wasn't Dogman, it was dog-wolf.
Well, that sounds more legit
than Dogman.
Yeah.
So you're going to buy into dog-wolf, but again, werewolves are just out there.
Because dog-wolves are known to exist.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dog wolves exist, Richard.
Yes.
But real cryptid dog wolves are just hybrids between dogs and wolves.
Right.
Yeah, there's hybrids between dogs and wolves and coyotes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dogs and wolves and coyotes.
Correct.
So it's like a threesome.
Yeah.
Well, we've done a show on it.
Mm-hmm.
Coy dog wolves.
No, they're just called coy wolves.
Yeah. Oh, those aren't fucking hybrids. They're a new species of coyote.
And they are a mix.
They're a mix. They're a hybrid.
Yeah, like 300 years ago, but these days they're not mixes.
No, they're still mixing. This is a fairly recent thing that's been going on.
Yes.
I'm going to look into this after the show because I think you're wrong.
Oh, every time you think somebody's wrong, we turn out to be right. So therefore, we're right.
Yeah, but I'm hoping this one will break the trend. All right. You got to be hopeful, Steve. You got to believe.
Yeah. You know, Grandma snarled at me a few times too. So she was
just gonna fucking just admit you were wrong and move on, Steve.
Did they call you little fucking Red Riding Hood asshole?
No, Grandma called me a few choice words over the years, but yeah.
All right, so no photos, no track casts.
No.
Okay.
So, on a fall evening in 1989, bar manager Laurie Endrizzi was driving along Bray Road. As she rounded a bend, she saw what initially perceived as a human being kneeled or hunched along the side of the road. She slowed down to take a look through the passenger side window. She was roughly 6 feet away from the figure and got a look at it for about 45 seconds. She described it as a beast with grey-brown fur, fangs and pointed ears. She said it had a long face with a snout like a wolf. She also stated that its eyes gleamed yellow, even though its headlights were not reflecting on them at that point. Ooh, it had bioluminescent eyes. Its arms were jointed like a human's, and it seemed to hold its food with its palms up, which was unlike any local animal. The beast was muscular, with human-esque fingers adorned in claws. Endrizzi could not see a tail, but its back legs were behind it, similar to the person who was kneeling. So, that sounds like a werewolf, not a dog.
How many fingers?
It had 4 fingers and a thumb.
But the other one only had 3 fingers.
Yeah, that was a different one.
Did it get a finger chopped off? Is it a whole different
Well, this
species?
one was
What?
that one was black and grey. This one was grey and brown.
Huh.
So this was clearly a werewolf, and the other was a dog wolf.
Therefore, there must be 2 species of werewolf, dog, men, people.
No, it was just one was a dog wolf, the other was a werewolf.
Huh. She get a photo?
You're needlessly complicating this, Steve. It's
I'm not
very
needless,
simple.
No, I'm critically thinking.
Well, no, she didn't get a photo.
Oh. Cast any tracks?
No.
Oh. Hair samples?
No.
Hmm.
She just drove away. She was pretty scared.
Okay, whatever. They all use that excuse.
Well, imagine if you're going for a walk and you see like a Bigfoot or a werewolf or something. I imagine you're going to be pretty scared. I don't think it's actually an excuse.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
You have the chance to prove to the world that this thing exists.
Yeah.
And you don't.
No.
Okay.
You run away, Steve.
You fumble it. You fumble the play.
Always run away.
We always fumble to play when it comes to cryptids.
That's because most of them don't actually exist, Steve.
Oh.
I hate to break it to you. I hate to burst the fourth wall, but that's the truth.
So wait, you're now admitting now that most of them don't exist. And in this case, it probably doesn't exist. So therefore, werewolves don't exist.
No, that's not how. Don't you try and logic me, matey. I've already won this argument with my cunning, ugly people.
No.
You admitted defeat. You can't turn around and say, oh, I was just kidding.
I was humoring you.
No, it's too late. You lost.
No, whatever.
Heather Bowery claimed a similar incident to Gibson's 1989 sighting, this one occurring around Christmas of 1990. She had no idea that her story was similar to Gibson's until the two were discussing it on the school bus. Bowery's story was passed on by the bus driver, Pat Lester, who was also Laurie Endrizzi's mother. Lester told Linda Godfrey that what she had overheard and Bowery later elaborated what he had asked about the incident. Bowery's sighting occurred around 4:30 p.m. while she was on her way back home from sled riding with her friends near Loveland Road, which was about 1.5 miles southeast of the intersection of Hospital Road and Bray Road.
Loveland has the Frogman, don't they?
They do. They saw a large dog walking around the creek in a cornfield. Bowery estimated that the creature was about a block away. Assuming it to be a dog, the children called it to them. Noting its audience, the creature watched them, then stood up on its hind legs. It took 4 steps in their direction, although it appeared to be unaccustomed to be walking on hind legs. Then dropped down.
What you asked for. Here, doggy.
Here, dog man.
We got a treat for you.
Bowery claimed that the creature was able to leap bigger leap than dogs can. The group ran away. The beast followed them for about halfway to Bowery's home, which was about 250 yards away from where they spotted it, before veering away.
Bullshit.
Scary.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Steve's just fucking throwing down.
Well, you mentioned Linda Godfrey, so I call bullshit.
Huh. You just straight up bullshit.
Yes.
Huh.
How many of her stories that she's relayed have turned out to be proven fact?
This would be the first one.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Bullshit.
Just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that to me sounded like a dog wolf, so yeah, I'm
it's probably a
inclined to
dog
agree
wolf.
with you.
Bullshit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you.
I think there's like 4 or 5 different species we're up to now. So.
No, dog wolves are pretty simple, mate. It's just half dog, half man, half wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, half coyote.
I don't think the percentages work, but okay.
Oh, that's because you're not thinking fourth dimensionally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Outside the box.
Dogman. Yeah. I love how Richard just stays silent when we're waiting on him to give us the information.
Yeah, he does it on purpose.
You interrupt me when I am talking, so
But
I'll lose either way.
You should fucking expect it at this point.
We're not interrupting. We're interacting.
That's right.
Okay, so another dairy farmer, Mark Etten, made a report about a sighting that occurred in the March of 1990. He admitted to having been drinking around the time of the incident, but claims he saw a dog-like beast that was much larger than a domesticated canine. He described it as sitting like a raccoon, using its front paws to hold onto something, and it was eating near the Bray Road. As he passed by, the beast looked at him with its thick, wide snout that Etten described as shorter than a dog's muzzle. Its legs were thick, and it was covered in dark hair. Initially, Etten had dismissed the creature as a bear, but after hearing other similar reports in 1991, he began to wonder if that was accurate.
He was drunk.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't mean he didn't see it.
And the last story was from a child.
Oh, right, so we're just dismissing child and drunk evidence now.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
We dismiss everything else.
Pretty sure that's racist.
The last 2 stories, Richard, were recalled differently until they heard other stories. So generally when that happens, things get added in and it changes the whole story. And you put alcohol on top of that, or the mind of a child on top of that. Just saying.
I'm starting to see a very clear line of skepticism coming from you. And it's unhealthy.
There's no Dogman. There's no werewolves.
There's no Dogman and there's no werewolves. That is a blanket statement you are making. Are you calling Heather Bowery a liar?
I don't know who Heather Bowery is, but yes.
That she was the little girl that told the story.
Oh, well, yes.
You're calling her a liar.
Yes. I'm calling a child a liar. Well, she's not a child anymore, so.
So it's okay because she's an adult now.
Yes.
Okay. So moving forward to 1999, on October 31st, 18-year-old Doristine Gibson was driving along Bray Road near Delavan, Wisconsin. As a vehicle approached an intersection with Hospital Road, again Hospital Road, her right tire was jolted as if it was lifted off the ground to roll on something large. She stopped and exited the car to see what had been hit. As she peered into the darkness, she noticed a large, hairy figure moving quickly towards her. Afraid, she jumped into a car and started it. As she pulled away, the beast leapt onto her trunk. The beast could not get a hold onto the wet car exterior and slid off. She returned later that evening while trick-or-treating with another girl and saw a large form along the road.
Trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Okay. Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough said.
Why is that enough said?
It's Halloween. People are out in costumes.
What does that even mean?
People are out in costumes and shit. So it was probably somebody in a costume. What's she doing trick-or-treating at 18 years old anyhow?
What does that even mean?
I mean, come on, grow up.
The first thing I did when I moved to America was go trick-or-treating, and I was 21.
Well,
we don't do it in England, to be fair, so I was just jumping on the bandwagon.
You don't trick-or-treat over there?
No.
What the fuck?
They don't believe in
Well,
it.
we didn't when I was a kid, but we've started doing it now that I'm an adult, which just
free candy,
me
man.
off.
Free candy.
It's not free though, is it? Because you've got to dress up and deal with people.
Oh yeah, but
people. What a shower bastards.
Yeah, but they give you shit, so then you got the occasional razor blade in the apple, but whatever. You know, you can deal with that.
Did that actually happen, or was that a hoax, do you think?
That stuff was so overbloated.
My sister claims that the one that I was talking about earlier, claims that she got a razor blade and an apple when we were kids, but I don't recall that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was scare tactics.
Mm-hmm. I think it was parents who just didn't want to pay the money to send their kids out trick-or-treating. Because, I mean, you got to buy a costume and shit. Or make one, and that costs money. And stranger danger.
Oh, God. Those programs did more to hurt.
We have cops here that'll check your candy for you. And I'm thinking to myself, we were driving, my wife and I, the other, just before Halloween when we were out doing some, looking for stuff to sell. We come across this police station, and they had this giant sign out there about how they'll check your Halloween candy. And I'm thinking to myself, how are these people qualified? How do they qualify these cops who track down criminals and shit to check Halloween candy? Do they actually have classes for that?
No.
Like, yeah, okay, I want to trust some stranger who has no clue what they're looking for to check my kid's candy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, whatever. Go on.
Okay. Anyway, are we done?
Must be a hoax.
No. The final sighting. The sighting involving Dred Gibson and the dairy farmer were the final major reported incidents involving the beast of Bray Road to date. That is not to say that others have not encountered the strange creature and simply not reported it, as many did prior to Gibson's reports. It is important to note that after Gibson's report and the following wave of previously unmentioned claims that appeared, there was some backlash on the witnesses. Most were discredited, and people generally mocked their stories, playing pranks and posting werewolf signs in yards. Others hosted werewolf parties, while some tried to make money off the frenzy by selling t-shirts. Other strange occurrences were reported in the area as well. Of January 1992, just as the frenzy of the beast of Bray Road was fading, a local businessman described as reputable reported sparkling lights seen in the sky above Bray Road. He said they moved erratically. Later that spring, 4 or 5 horses were discovered in a pasture near Elkhorn with their throats slashed. Investigator John Fredrickson described the wounds as surgical. So, possible explanations. The explanation offered insisted that the beast of Bray Road was actually some kind of dog-wolf hybrid or a similar animal. Those who did not actually see the beast feel that this is a valid explanation. Witnesses, however, believe that this is not possible. No dog and wolf hybrid would possess fingers like a human or walk on its hind legs. Other bizarre occurrences reported before and after the bulk of the beast sightings. During the summer, roughly a dozen animals had been left in a ditch along Willow Road, which is near Bray Road. The Delavan humane officer, John Fredrickson, thought the animals had been used in some kind of cult ritual. The idea was dismissed by Police Chief James Jenston in June 1991. Fredrickson insisted, stating that these were missing the point, that the creature had ropes secured around their legs, their throats were slit, and others had been decapitated or dismembered. One dog, believed to be the most recent death among the corpses, had had its heart removed. A number of the deceased animals matched the description of missing local pets. None had been killed by traffic. No other authorities seemed to be interested in Fredrickson's findings, and quickly ended the investigation. They even bulldozed over the ditch where the dead animals had been found, completely burying the corpses.
Wow, hiding evidence. They don't want you to know.
So, a final word on the Beast of Bray Road. It seems difficult to dismiss so many stories that are so similar. If something did exist on Bray Road, we may never know what it was. For now, the sightings seem to have stopped. At least, official reports of the sightings have. We are left with very few strange stories, and a publicity stunt, and a lot of speculation.
I.e. bullshit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Steve.
The creature does not simply move away and go to the next road over. Or whatever, next city, next town, whatever. Well, maybe the sparkling lights in the sky took him away. I don't know. Maybe that's
Ancient aliens?
Yeah, I think it was ancient aliens.
No. I don't know.
And now they have a Bray Road festival, I bet you.
I've always been fascinated by the Dogman. I'm not going to say that it's something that I'm like, yeah, the Dogman's real.
I'm completely unconvinced.
But, you know, it's kind of interesting that people seem to be seeing this thing. I find that interesting.
People see it. Isn't that interesting?
That's also interesting, Steve.
Right.
It could be mass hysteria, you know. I mean, like the Mothman sightings, all of those happened at the same time. Could just be the way it is.
No, it's
not.
No, I don't think it's mass hysteria. I think it's people who want to be part of something, and they see something that they can't immediately identify, and they've heard stories in their local area about the Beast of Bray Road, so that's what it must be. And so their stories become embellished a little bit, whether they know they're doing it or not, and it turns into a Dogman. That's all. When it was probably something very easy to explain.
So what do you think it was?
Well, it could have been a coy wolf. It could have been a wolf-dog hybrid. It could have been something like that, if there was anything at all. I mean, half the witnesses were either drunk or young, very young people, very impressionable.
One of the witnesses were drunk.
Okay, well, that we know of.
Okay.
Why would you trick or treat?
All the stories.
Why would you trick or treat?
Only one of them was drunk.
Okay. Why would you trick or treat on Bray Road when there's a beast there and you've already seen it? I mean, come on.
I don't know. Some people are stupid.
Yeah, you think? This thing attacked my car. I'm going to go back and walk the road and trick or treat.
I thought we determined that a long time ago.
Jeez. I'm not convinced.
You don't have to be.
And I don't think it was the Beast of Bray Road that was photographed. I think it was, there was another one. I can see the photograph.
Talking about the one from the car picture on the highway.
According to Chris, it was a picture taken from a car.
I was trying to remember. I don't know if I'm correct or not.
There's that old like black and whitey one that shows a blurry something on the side of a highway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always get confused between that and the Beast of Seven Shoots or whatever.
That's the one I'm thinking is the Beast of Seven Shoots. Yeah.
That's another blurry something.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you can see what they're talking about with the Beast of Bray Road. I mean, the Beast of Seven Shoots is just a big green picture with a red circle around a little.
Isn't it?
Brown
don't you find it a little bit odd that the Beast of Bray Road disappeared right around the same time people got cell phone cameras?
That's weird.
Yeah, that's kind of coincidental, isn't it?
But you'd think if someone was making it up, they'd put the effort in, hang around there in a wolf costume.
When was the story of the Gable film debunked? When did he come out?
That was about 2010, wasn't it?
I thought it was earlier than that.
2008.
I don't know.
All I remember is that it was on Monster Quest.
Aye.
And that was the only thing that was really ever any evidence of any sort of creature of that nature, except Seven Shoots, which is a whole different story.
And then eyewitness testimony, but we all know what that is.
It's bullshit most of the time. And I think a lot of these stories are influenced by other stories. And as you stated in your eloquent portrayal of the events, most of these people had heard somebody else talking about it. Not most of them. Some of them have heard other people talking about it. And then their story came out and happened to be very similar.
Yeah.
So that's my guess, is that maybe there was something in 1936 when it all started happening, and it was probably a misidentified something. But yeah, I'm not buying into Dogman at all.
But that's a circular argument. You can use that for everything.
Sure,
Bigfoot,
and it's probably true
aliens.
about all of these things. The aliens didn't start looking like grays until it became a popularized version of aliens. And then everybody started seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with this kind of story. When somebody sees something, then other people see something that may or may not be what the other person saw. It turns into the same thing. That's why eyewitness testimony is garbage for the most part.
Yeah, it's very hard to rely on it. And then not only do you have to take into account that, like, even if the people believe what they're telling you, then you've got people who are going to completely try to lie to you.
Like the Gable film, originally.
Correct. So, I mean, unless there's evidence, like concrete evidence, it's always going to be just a story.
And didn't most of these stories say that the creature may have been on two legs, but it always dropped down to four and ran off?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So kind of tells you that it's not a dog man. It's a dog maybe, that just happened to be up. Some dogs will get in a defensive position when they're backed into a corner and get up on their hind legs. I mean, the bears will do it too.
Bears are known for rearing on two legs.
Right, and I've seen dogs get up on two legs before. Maybe there's just a weird, strange coincidence that there's a lot of weird dogs in that area. Who knows? Or most of these incidents happen at night and people can't see very clearly, so their imagination takes over. And I'm just not buying Dogman. There's even less evidence for Dogman than there is Bigfoot. By far.
There's not a lot of evidence for Bigfoot.
Right, but by far there's a lot less evidence for Dogman. But yet nowadays, when people started claiming Dogman sightings, it's blown up beyond control, and people are seeing them all over the gosh darn place nowadays.
But even though you don't buy into the Dogman, okay, you know about the Gable film, and you look at the Gable film like that could have been good.
It could have been, sure.
It could have been good as a hoax.
Now, I have to admit, the first time I saw the Gable film, and before it was debunked, of course I thought, wow, that has some merit to it. But if it wouldn't have took very much investigative prowess to figure that one out. I mean, all you had to do is know the guy. Somebody in town's going to say, hey, that's Pete, or whatever his name was. Somebody's going to finally bring that to the forefront. No, it's just Pete. He's messing with people, and then Pete's going to eventually admit it or not. But the film would have been eventually debunked either way, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It took a long time to do. Took a long time to do, and only because he came out. But I think that if somebody seriously looked into it, it would have been debunked long before that. People want to accept the evidence for face value. In this community, in Dogman, Bigfoot, UFOs, whatever. And so nobody seriously is looking into that shit. Just very few people. I mean, we got the Phil Pollings of the world who actually look into it and debunk most everything. But
just ruin everything.
Well, yeah.
I agree.
But how many people like that are really out there? Not very many. People who are into this field are into this field for a reason, because they probably believe that this stuff could exist. So it's confirmation bias for the most part.
Most of them are like Try Driver and Thinker Thunker.
Who are
confirmation bias.
Right. And they'll debunk one here and there to make themselves look like a skeptic, I guess, or make themselves look scientific, but whether it's on purpose or because I don't know what, but hell, even I've been dragged down into the, okay, I believe this is real and I'm going to make it real. In my mind, I didn't know I was doing that, but that's what I was doing, with the Norm Glasser thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your mind made that real. I just think you fell for it.
Right. And because I fell for it, I didn't try hard enough to debunk it. I tried to.
How could you debunk that? The only reason it was debunked was because someone recognized it because they'd been there. That's the only way you could have debunked it.
Right, and I think the same with the Gable film is the only way it would have been debunked is somebody would have recognized the guy or his equipment, his stuff, and said, "Hey, I know that guy," and that's the only way that would have been debunked, other than him admitting it. And same with the one I was doing. It was kind of a convincing photo. I mean, how do you make that up unless you have some sort of special equipment and stuff? Or you just happen to visit a museum at night and take a picture through the glass, that kind of thing.
Right.
And obviously I wasn't thinking along those lines, but in my mind, I was trying to confirm the evidence and not debunk it. And it should have been the other way around. So I think our first duty as skeptics or even believers is to try to debunk it first. And it's usually 99.9% of the time the opposite. We try to confirm it first. And while we're confirming it, we're going to make the evidence fit the facts. And I think that's what happens in these Dogman cases. They make the evidence fit the facts.
It's always my biggest argument with people like Patrick Epistemon and that is that you should always start with the assumption the thing you're looking at is a hoax.
Right. You should. And guess what? 99.9% of them are going to be hoaxes, and you're going to be able to prove it's a hoax. There's that 0.99% or whatever that may be real. And of those, most of those are going to be hoaxes. Or
just a mistake.
Identity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there does remain a fraction of a percent of things that could be true and real and unexplainable.
Mm-hmm.
But in the case of the Dogman, I don't think there's any of that.
No,
and
there
werewolves,
isn't.
By the way.
No, werewolves exist.
Yeah, whatever.
I've proven it. My ugly people argument has proven werewolves exist. You can sigh heavily, but you admitted it.
Whatever, Richard. I'm just not buying it.
You're just not buying werewolves?
How long have werewolves been around? Centuries.
Yeah.
For a long, long time.
So
how many
originated
of those have actually
in Germania.
Okay. How many of those have actual physical, scientifically proven evidence?
You can't scientifically prove them because if you kill them, they turn back to humans.
Today, in today's day and age, we have what's called photography and videography. You could videotape them turning from a werewolf into a human. Now, I realize that can be hoaxed, but it would be really hard for an amateur to do.
You can't do that because werewolves are secretive and don't like people and stay away.
Except when they don't. Because we've seen them.
That's when shit goes down, Steve.
Yeah. You can make whatever argument you want, Richard, but it doesn't make it true.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story, Steve.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
One time, when I was a kid.
In band camp.
And drunk, I was walking
Drunken kid. Sounds like a reliable witness to me. Go ahead.
Well, I wasn't drunk. But when I was a kid, I was walking around the woods near my house.
Yes.
It was very late at night, very dark. There was a full moon up.
Oh, must be a full moon.
And just as I was walking home, I heard this strange howl echo across the forest.
Yes. Not the neighbor's dog or anything.
No, it wasn't the neighbor's dog damn it. It was a werewolf.
Okay, did you see said werewolf?
No, I just heard the howl.
You just heard the howl.
Mysterious.
So your sightings are very much like mine.
Yeah, I heard a howl.
You heard something. And it might have been something, but it probably wasn't.
Yeah, you're bullshit sightings.
Hey, I stick by what I say. I've never claimed 100% truthful that it is what I think it might have been. I'm not out here like Richard. Well, I heard a howl, so werewolves must be real because it was an ugly howl.
If you were there, Steve, there would have been no doubt in your mind what it was.
Well, I wasn't there, so I have doubt.
He's got doubt in his heart, Richard.
That's right.
He's got doubt.
You can't just hear a howl and just automatically jump to the conclusion that it's a werewolf.
Yeah, you can.
And you were a child.
I wasn't a child. I was 12.
You just said you were. In most cultures, that's still being a child.
Well, that's not how it is in Richard Land.
Yeah, well, Richard Land's one screwed up fucking place. That's all I know.
That's just cold, man.
Well, it's true. Richard Land.
Yeah, you know, it's a good place to live.
Richlandia.
Richlandia, I like that one. Dick World.
Yeah, I was going to go with the dick next, but I didn't know how you'd feel about being called Dick.
Well, people say that they call me a dick, but not because my name's Richard.
Well, you've proven them right a few times.
I have.
Yes.
But we're veering off topic, and the topic is werewolves exist. Period.
End of story. And you're going to stick to it. Okay. Because Richard heard a howl that may have been a dog years ago when he was a child.
It wasn't a dog, man. It was a werewolf.
Well, you don't have dogmen over there.
No, we don't. We have a pig man.
Well, yeah, of course.
We also have were-rabbits.
Richard was out walking in the woods one night when he was 10 and heard a oink.
A were-rabbit.
So there must be.
I don't live anywhere near Cannock Chase, which is where the pig man is.
Okay. But he's there because, somebody said so.
No, he was actually seen by the army. So.
Oh, well, then must be true.
They're out on maneuvers. Saw the pig man of Cannock Chase.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like I heard.
He was just an ugly guy. You earlier said that there was people who looked like pigs.
That's true.
So maybe that was just one of them.
Well, there you go. Well, I can't argue with that logic.
And there's quite a few dog-faced people out there too. So doesn't make them werewolves or dogmen. Just makes them ugly.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys have been on your own little fucking vibe tonight. I don't even know what the hell is going on.
We got into a werewolf argument, Chris.
Yeah, I know, and I'm very confused by it. So
I'm just saying, if Richard wants to claim this stuff is true, he should at least give some proof, except for maybe possibly hearing his neighbor messing with him on a night when he was 12 years old.
Proof? You want proof? Okay. A werewolf just came into my room and said, Steve's wrong, and then just walked out again.
Oh, okay. There you go.
There you go. Okay, it's over now.
How come we didn't hear him? I mean, you got a microphone and everything. Is werewolf, don't come over a microphone? It's like the secret ability they have.
Wow. You guys have
I dismiss your proof.
I don't even know what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Why we're talking about werewolves?
Yeah, and how they don't exist.
They do exist.
This could go on and on and on.
I'm not even buying the fact that Richard believes they exist. I think he's just doing it, to be devil's advocate or something.
To be an ass.
Yeah, to be an asshole. To be a dick.
More than likely.
You know, you guys, you always say this about me, and yeah, most of the time I am doing it to be a dick. But I really believe werewolves exist.
Okay, so next show, here's what I want you to do, Richard. I want you to give us some proof proof that werewolves do in fact exist, except for some story about hearing a howl when you were drunk at 12 years old.
Okay, you know what? I'll do it. I'll get the proof.
Real proof.
Real proof that werewolves exist.
Yeah.
I will get it.
Yeah, okay. When you get it, then you come on the show and you tell us. It better be good.
I'll post it in a Fortean slip.
Yeah, because a lot of people read that.
Richard, listen.
That's one hell of an active group.
There better have been studies.
I hope there will be studies done.
A study shows. Well, there you go.
All right. And on that note, Steve, do you get any news?
I do.
Here comes Steve with the news.
That never gets old. From yes, the Independent.
No. Yes, it fucking does.
Oh, UFOs without Dogman or werewolves in them have been spotted over the coast of Ireland. This is from the Independent, if I didn't already say that. Two separate pilots, spotted bizarre and unexplained flashing lights traveling unnaturally quickly near Shannon Airport, they told local air traffic control. But authorities had no explanation for the strange phenomenon, making clear there were no military tests or other unexpected flights that explained the behavior. On one morning last week, a British Airways pilot spotted bright lights moving past her plane. God, I ate too much turkey. As it flew over the West Coast. Sorry. It was moving so fast. We had our Thanksgiving dinner today. Yes, I know it's not Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving over there, Richard?
Why would we celebrate a day you killed a bunch of Indians?
We didn't kill any Indians on Thanksgiving. That's not what it's about.
Pretty sure that's what it's about.
No, it is not about.
It's about stuffing yourself with food and thinking about all the Indians you killed.
That's exactly what it is.
No.
No Thanksgiving? Do you have a day of thanks at all?
No. We're just generally grateful every day of the year. So who did kill all those Indians then, Steve?
It wasn't on Thanksgiving.
It was werewolves, wasn't it?
Not on Thanksgiving. It was the day that we, befriended them, basically, and then killed them. Hey
guys, have a nice turkey dinner.
We just remember in a few weeks.
We're going to need your land.
Hey, is that the way you do it?
No, you don't tell them that you're going to buy them a turkey dinner and then kill them all. You strike them with a white glove and challenge them to a duel honorably.
Yeah, that worked out well for you guys, didn't it?
It did.
Shortly after the pilot of a Virgin plane flying, shortly thereafter, the pilot of a Virgin plane flying from the U.S. to the U.K. saw something similarly mysterious as it flew over the same area. The pilot described a similar sight, saying it looked like a meteor, but was made up of multiple flashes and were incredibly bright. The lights were flying at astronomical speed, said one of the pilots, who said it appeared to be flying around twice the speed of sound. The Irish
werewolf with a jetpack.
There you go. The Irish Aviation Authority said that it was investigating the strange phenomenon, but it was doing so confidentially. Government cover-up right there.
There you go.
Steve, if there's a government cover-up in some kind of craft, it's got to be ancient aliens.
Following reports from a small number of aircraft on Friday, 9th of November, of unusual air activity, the IAA, or the Irish Aviation Authority, filed a report. The IAA, that thing, said in a statement, this report will be investigated under the normal confidential occurrence investigation process. A spokesperson did suggest to the Irish Times that the lights were unlikely to be alien beings. Shannon Airport said it would not comment on the phenomenon while the investigation was ongoing. The sightings come as experts around the world who have held some of the highest offices of the state suggest that governments need to do more to track down explanations for UFO sightings.
I really wish they would.
I think they came out later and said that it was indeed some sort of meteor activity, but I'm not sure on that. Ooh, this is a good one. This is from the Daily Star. Ghost of a hanged man possesses a young boy and then made him electrocute himself, mom claims.
What's not to love about a story like that? It's got everything.
The 16-year-old boy named Plodish, I don't know, that's his name, Plodish, was reportedly hurt after climbing a fence to whack a faulty floodlight. I guess he's changing the floodlight. Is that what whack means? I don't know.
I have no fucking clue.
I don't know. Whack. He wanted to whack a floodlight. The teen is said to have been electrocuted and fell to the ground after hitting the light with his hand. Oh, he was whacking it to get it turned back on, my guess is. Yeah. Because you've done that with your TV. He was literally
whacking it.
Yeah. You've done that with your TV, you know, in the old days, smack it on the side to get it to turn back on or something. The boy is believed to have suffered burns to his right hand, a swollen head.
He was trying to be the Fonz?
Yeah, and blood pouring out of his mouth and ear after the horror incident. And he was able to talk to his mother, her name is even cooler. Watachari is her name, when she arrived at the scene. These are Thailandish people, by the way. But doctors later discovered he had a brain hemorrhage and a ruptured spleen and liver. He was rushed into surgery and is now said to be in a coma in intensive care. His mother reportedly claims that her son told her he had seen the hanging body of a suicide victim at the place 2 days earlier. She believes the spirit of this deceased person possessed her son and wanted to take him instead. An investigation has been launched and the pitch has been closed. The pitch is the place, I guess, the name of the place where he was. Until further
you need
notice.
A doctor and an exorcist. That's a pretty tall order.
Yeah.
The power of Christ compels you.
That was weak sauce, man.
That was weak sauce.
So this guy, the guy died because he was hanged, because he was probably some sort of criminal, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Possesses this young boy, and the boy, gets electrocuted, because that makes as much sense as, werewolves.
Werewolves make a lot of sense. Just look at the evidence.
Hey, did you hear we have a new attorney general?
We do.
Yes, he's a great dude. Matthew Whitaker is his name. Well, he was apparently once involved with a company that was promoting strange inventions, including time travel cryptocurrency, whatever that is. Attorney General. Travel. Yeah, cryptocurrency. So money to travel through time, apparently.
So we went from the fucking Keebler elf to a con man.
I don't know. Is that a con? Time travel is potentially real.
Doc Brown had a suitcase full of multiple currencies in Back to the Future.
But not cryptocurrency. Because cryptocurrency makes more sense in time travel. Right?
Sure. Yeah, it does. It can decrease or increase in value depending on what year you go back to.
Earlier this month, U.S. President Donald Trump ousted Attorney General Jeff Sessions from his post after Trump grew increasingly frustrated with Sessions' recusal from the Russia probe. In his place, Trump appointed the Chief of Staff under Sessions, Matthew Whitaker, to the role of acting U.S. Attorney General. The move sparked much controversy, with critics condemning Trump appointing Whitaker without approval from the Senate, which, according to some, violates the Constitution. I don't know what the rules are there. And as always, the case with newly appointed politicians, a witch hunt ensued, and Whitaker's shady past was uncovered. Whitaker's peppered history could have been erased if time travel cryptocurrency he once backed ever came to fruition. So he could have went back in time and fixed it. It turns out Whitaker was once paid at least $10,000 in 2014 to serve on the advisory board of an invention company called World Patent Marketing. The newly appointed Attorney General appeared in promotional videos providing quotes and press materials, and in general showed a strong association with this company. As a former U.S. attorney, I would only align myself with a first-class organization, he said in a press release issued by World Press Marketing. And my computer is screwed up.
Great.
The company was ordered by a Florida judge to close its doors for good and was forced to pay a settlement of $25 million because it ended up being a scam.
No.
Yeah. Among the invention scams World Patent Marketing was involved in, one such invention involved a cryptocurrency called Time Travel X that never saw the light of day. Time Travel X was dubbed as theoretical time travel commodity tied directly to the price of Bitcoin. In 2016, the company attempted to raise funds for the project by asking for Bitcoin donations so World Patent Marketing could make time travel a reality. Nice.
Yeah.
The firm also
That's our new Attorney General.
The firm also tried to bring Sasquatch dolls to retail and suggested that Bigfoot does indeed exist and that DNA evidence proved it. Considering attorney generals like Matthew Whitaker are said to act as a people's lawyer for all citizens, the fact that Whitaker was involved in a company that was taken to court by the FTC for scamming consumers is worrisome. Oh, really? And certainly
not worrisome as his faith in the Ketchum project.
Yeah, I'm wondering, did he back the Ketchum project? Because if so,
DNA study I know about.
If he did, then I fear for our country. The rest of this time travel shit, whatever. But that if he backed Melba Ketchum, we're screwed.
That's just the final nail in the coffin.
Well, yeah, come on. Think about it. DNA study, Melba Ketchum, bullshit.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Was.
It doesn't say there was a connection to that DNA study, but as you said, Richard, it's really the only DNA study that ever, quote unquote, proved the existence of Sasquatch. So it's got to be.
No.
Oh, God. There was another study?
There was?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, shit. I almost choked.
Oh, Matthew Whitaker, Melba Ketchum, the next presidential campaign. I can see it now.
Oh, God.
The cat vet and the time traveler.
Maybe we should hook him up with John Teeter, too.
Oh, yeah, that would, I mean, what a party, right? We'd just make a whole new political party. It'd be great. Anyway, fellas, that is the news.
Wow. What a fucking weird show that was.
Wait. I missed a line in that last story. I got to read this line.
Oh, no.
As if a time travel cryptocurrency wasn't strange enough, World Patent Marketing also announced a masculine toilet invention for well-endowed men so they can avoid having their genitalia touch the toilet water.
Yeah, I had heard that one too.
Hey, I could use an invention like that, but...
Fuck off. God almighty. On that note, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 51. Excuse me.
I have it on
Beast of Bray Road. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Check out Matt Knapp at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads. Check out Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin on Facebook. That's Richard's little comic strip. Check out Parabob at youtube.com/parabreakdown. And as always, check out Dred Funn at dredfun.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. We'll be back next week with some sort of a topic. I don't know what it will be. Richard?
Not this one.
Oh, do you want a topic for next week? I was thinking the Salem witch trials.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.